Good Bethany, huh?
Manuel will be with us because my English sometimes. First of all, I'm going to give you something.
Oh, good, good. Give me a prize or give me some money?
Where is the prize? There's something.
Give me what prize? Oh, wow.
You don't know, you don't know.
Oh, wow.
I give you the tribute of the festival.
Oh, wow. Can I get this too? No, this is really, I'm going to start to cry. I'm not kidding. This is really nice. Thank you. Guys, thanks for coming. Did you like the movie? Yeah. You didn't have to say. How do you like my actor? I don't like sitting up on stage, I understand, but Manuel. Really? All right. So how long have you been a film critic?
15 years?
And what are your
Is there a mic?
Yes, yes. We'll find one.
yeah.
But
We're in a crisis now, so we're gonna make do with two mics.
okay,
Let's not start any strikes over a third one.
well, this starting when Willem accepted to come to Portugal some time ago. It was really, for me, incredible to have him here. And last week or 2 weeks ago, this guy called me and said, and Abel, why do you not come as well? Why don't you invite him? Why? Yeah, they will come, and now you are together. Now, yeah, and for how long you meet together, how do you meet this guy, and why do you invite him to your films?
Ooh, this guy here? Oh, you about Willem. Oh, man, we talked about that for 2 hours today.
Yeah, but not here.
Oh, what do we want to talk about? Okay, how did I meet him? And why is he in the movie? This movie, or just in general movies? Any movies? That's a good point. Well, you guys saw the movie. I mean, let's talk about this movie. I mean, it was like, this character, because we have like the 3 characters. What was your name in New Rose Hotel? That was like
X.
Oh, yeah, X, right. Oh, X. Yeah, there's a New Rose. So there's a New Rose Hotel expert over here. Right. Anything you want to know about X? Okay. X marks the spot. All right. So, like Ray Ruby. Okay, Cisco. Okay, Ray Ruby though. Ray Ruby is like our alter ego. You know what I mean? Like that's the guy I want to be. You know what I mean? Because even he don't have the cuffs with with his initials on them, and the hair, and the whole nine, and so no, you got the hair, but you don't have the curlers in your hair tonight. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the, he's not. I mean, Ray would never be up here without the thing. He'd have his beautician right downstairs over there. He would never come up on this stage like this, no matter how good his suit looks. No, but anyway, so when you have a character like him, that we know that we are, that we're not, that we, you need someone who is a soul connection to play that part, to really know who Ray Ruby is. Because when you got a character like Ray Ruby, you can't fuck that up, you know what I mean? Like, that guy needs to be brought to life, you dig? And you can't just direct, you can't animate that. You dig? You can't do that digitally, You need somebody who's got a soul connection to Ray Ruby. Because Ray has got to live, you know what I'm saying? Ray cannot stay in somebody's mind, and Ray can't stay on the page. Ray's got to rock and roll, he's got to swing. He's got to have that white tuxedo on. So, there he is. There he goes, right there. Do you want to be
Someone I want to be? Yeah, in the movie.
Yeah, right.
No, I always thought that this was a very personal film of Abel's. Listen, the one thing that I remember, I'm trying to think back on doing this movie because it was a while ago. Thing that I want to impress upon you is we built that club and we had a script and we followed the script pretty much, but every day it was like running a club. And it was like Abel and I were partners in running that club. Everywhere from the casting the girls to we had to keep things together. And there was kind of a complicity between us in keeping this thing going. So what we were, our way of working really supported who I was in the movie. So it was like one long fever dream.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did
about that,
he
but
get his
maybe
name right on
maybe
that?
on
Did he
name.
get rid of the name of that?
You don't remember if you're the co-producer of the movie?
Well, for tax reasons, I think you shouldn't ask him that question. He's a good producer. What do you think? Okay. You have any more questions? Any troublemaking questions?
Any troublemaking? I don't want to do troublemaking question. You do the trouble yourself without the question. You know, but something that you are always find way to do what you want, to do the films you want, to do with the difficulties, with everything. You know, we are one of the most, what you say, real independent directors that I know. It's true or not? Or you do, or you have, you know, you are not what you say an easy director to do. Or exactly the contrary, you are the most easy director because always you go until the end of your project. And then it's true.
Yeah, I mean, if you know how to produce, you know what I mean? We're not, you know, we haven't really hit the jackpot on producers that, you know, we're looking for a guy like you, dude. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, the producers here were like, yeah, I mean, they were funnier than the characters in the movie, right? They would have a deal with the casting company and send us 2 actors for the price of 1. You only wanted 1. You didn't even want the 1. Or they sent you Lou Doyen when you thought you were getting Virginie Ledoine. Okay, we thought Virginie Ledoine was coming to be in the movie, but it happened to be Lou Doyen. But the producer's like, I got Lou Doyen, Virginie Ledoine, what difference does it make? Yeah, some French chick is coming. All right. You know, so, you know, in the end, when you're making films, I mean, you got to do it in spite of, you know, in spite of the odds, in spite of everything, you know, in spite of the crisis. It was my favorite word, the crisis, right? That's an English word that is used in Italy, Portugal, you know, every country you go to. It's a crisis, man, you know. Well, you know, I was born in a crisis, okay? And as a filmmaker, it is a constant crisis. So if there's any filmmakers out there, don't expect the crisis to end. And don't expect the producer to help you with the crisis unless they're a real producer, you know what I'm saying? And with us, we never work with the same producer twice, right? You know, because it's like, you know, not a matter of burning bridges, like it's a matter of nuking them. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, I don't think the producer... Yeah. We're asking, where's our guy? Where's Terry? Is he here? No, it's too late for my new producer. Anyway, does anybody have a question? No, do you have any more questions? Yes?
Any
question? Please. No, good. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, crazy.
When are you guys opening up the club?
Oh, here's one. Well, hey, did you like the movie? Oh, here's your Monty. Monty, this Monty help.
I've decided to become an agent, and I want to book you guys across the country, across the world. It's the greatest act. It's Willem and Abel.
He likes puns.
Tell a pun and go to prison.
Did you like the film?
Yeah, it made me so anxious, I can't tell you.
I thought you were going to say it made you cry. It didn't make you cry, did it, when he couldn't pay the rent?
No, it's pure anxiety.
I was really grateful that you didn't burn up the lottery ticket in the tanning machine.
Is that the question? We're good, man. Of course, I knew that movie answered all its own questions. There's no question to ask it.
Are you staying for the next movie?
Who we're asking? Is the next movie here?
Yeah, I think so. Are you
Do we
staying
have
for
any more audience? Guys, I'm glad you're here. We're gonna go out now and like try to hustle some more people.
I have one last question actually about the song that Willem sang. Is that I didn't catch the credit on where that came from.
I wrote that song about my mother. I wrote a very sad, heartbreaking song about my mother. And then, in a pinch, because we couldn't afford any music, we had to turn it into this like, come on song, some sleazy character sings at the top of his floor. This wonderful song I wrote about my mother. It was called Mother of Mine, but in a pinch, we changed it to Star of Mine. So,
Can you sing the original for us now?
and I didn't get my guitar yet. My new producer promised me a guitar. And when I get it, we'll make the next movie.
It's the price for him to make the next movie.
Yeah.
With the guitar.
One Spanish guitar. Or a Portuguese guitar. You guys, come on, don't be shy.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be shy, really. 'Cause
If
Okay,
I'm allowed,
talk.
it's a question about, not about this movie, but about 444.
oh, good.
Whose idea was to put Michael Roach as the TV
Oh,
background?
what, do you know my Shane's llama? Gacy? It's not a background, he's the star of the movie. Oh, yeah, Michael, this is the Gacy Michael. Yeah, he knows very well. That's not a background player, man, that's the star of the movie. Him and his girlfriend, he's a llama with a girlfriend, you know. It's the modern world, baby, you know. But do you know him?
Yes.
Really, how do you know him?
I've been to his seminars.
Oh, really? Are you a Buddhist?
No.
Oh, really? Well, I happen to be a born-again Buddhist. So, he's my man. It was, whose idea was it? It was my idea, actually. Imagine that. The writer has an idea and it gets in the movie. Really. I had to argue with the fucking director because he wanted it out. And then his fucking editor friends wanted that guy out. Like, who's this clown with this red outfit on? And I have to like beg them like, and like they're going like, you know, and then Nico, the assistant editor who's Italian thinks, what is this guy, in it for the money? You know, like, what is it, you know, like, can't you understand this? You know, the whole thing he's trying to explain, you know, anyway. But, yeah, it was our, I mean, you know, it was, you know, I was, you know, very much, you know, he's like my guru too, you know, he's like Shannon's guru, so he's mine. And then like, you know, it's like the stuff with the Dalai, you know, anybody, I knew in that film, anybody we were gonna put in there had to make sense, you know what I mean, had to make real sense and make it quick. Because the world's gonna end any fucking minute. World's gonna end at 4:44. Now, oh, here's Hollywood, hold on. Because you know, guys, it's only 3 o'clock in Hollywood, you're just back from lunch.
Harvey.
Harvey,
Weinstein, yeah, he was called.
Oh, really? That's a good friend of Willem's. Yeah, good.
Were the music rights expensive for this film?
No, there were no music rights, so we wrote the music, you know. Here's another one. Grace Jones did this movie, you know what they say? She did it for gratis. You know the story with Grace, right? I don't know how she showed up like one weekend, they gave her a suite at the Excelsior Hotel. That probably cost more than the movie. Because Gracie is a professional hotel goer, you know? Like she cooked dinner for 12 people in the hotel suite. I mean, that was a new one on me, you know what I mean? And then, but she was working on an album that took her 2 years. We brought her in the studio, we did an album in one night. All right, so we cranked this shit out. Francis, the musician, is like he's played with everybody. Who's the poet that he plays with from like the great poet from the Chelsea Hotel? Okay, who's the beat poet? Not Allen Ginsberg, you know, but a guy like, throw out a name. Not Allen Ginsberg. Okay, almost. No, yeah, okay. He's backed everyone from Gregory Corso to Philip Glass. You know, he's like a white guy from Holland who lives in Italy, but who's a real blues man. He's a, virtuoso guitar player, but also a virtuoso blues guitar player. But he's a historian. And if you stay for 444, you'll actually hear a blues track, you know, for a change. But, I mean, this guy can really play for a white boy, you know what I mean? And, and he's got it all. But, you know, the bottom line is with the movie, you're at a go-go club, man. I mean, that music's got to be rocking from beginning to end. You know, when you're in a go-go club, they don't shut the music off. You know, so it began like our new approach to how to score, you know, because mostly when you score a movie, it's always like, well, what scenes are we going to score, man, You know, unless you have like $2 million to buy, bad Led Zeppelin records. You know, it's like, okay, what scenes are you going to score, what are you not going to score? And then it's like, oh, we're going to score the whole movie. So this is our new thing. We're going to score the whole fucking movie and then throw it out. You dig? So even if there's 1 minute in, we scored the whole 90. This way we don't have to get like, well, does that need music? No, that doesn't. Like that, right? I mean, hey, we're going to score the whole fucking movie from beginning to end. Good, bad, ugly, with a harmonica, what the fuck we got? And then we work. But this one, you needed it from the beginning to the end, so we really had our work cut out for it. But we're used to that because we're just not going to pay for the records. Because the records we love, we couldn't even think of affording to buy. You know? So I remember, here's a story. We did this movie called The Funeral, and we had money, and I says, okay, we're going to buy Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit. Okay, how much is that going to cost? Wow, Abel, forget about it, man. It's going to cost a fortune. Okay, yeah, that's going to cost a fortune, but we happen to have a fortune as a budget, so why don't, instead of stealing it, guys, why don't we fucking buy something with it? Okay, we're going to buy Strange Fruit. $150,000, okay? $150 to get Billie Holiday. Now I'm thinking, the day those 4 black people went into a fucking little room somewhere, whether it was Chicago or New York, to do Strange Fruit, did they think a bunch of white guys were going to pay 60 years later $150,000 for that song? Okay? Now I get the song. I'm so proud of it. And I go to walk in. Guess what? We bought Strange Fruit, and it's going to open the movie. Because they did the song in 1936. The movie takes place in 36. Then after that, we can put our shit in. But in the beginning, we're going to start off with Killer, right? Walken says to me, are you out of your mind? He goes, are you out of your mind? That film's going to start off with Billie Holiday, and then, like, we have to act like then after that beautiful song comes on, now your movie's going to play? You know, like he was so like, you're out of your mind. Like, that's the stupidest idea I ever heard. All right. Any questions for the actor? This is a great audience. Everybody's got all the answers. Who was at the manifestation yesterday? Who was starting fires yesterday? Yeah, the Taliban dude over here. Who was protesting yesterday? Here he goes. Okay.
What would you do in your last day on earth?
That's this. I don't look at it as a list. No, I don't think you're it.
No, you know, is that a personal question?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. When I see it coming, I'll tell you. But I suppose, you know, in the movie, the one thing that's interesting is, you know, if you say people kind of accept that the world's going to end and there is no future, the one thing that struck me, and it's maybe a very obvious thing, but you really felt deeply how much of our day-to-day life is preparing for the future. You take away the future, and there's so much of your daily life that you don't have to do. Because whether it's brushing your teeth or doing things, you're always anticipating later, later, later. You take that away, and you have to just really be with yourself. And I think that's what the movie kind of plays with. Because ultimately, we're talking about this 444. It's a little strange to talk about because you haven't seen it. It's going to show
Has anybody
in a
seen
little
it?
bit.
Yeah.
Oh, it opened. Oh, okay.
And 3 people seen it? Where were you other motherfuckers? You guys paid to get here?
But, okay.
You didn't pay extra for us, right?
Any other questions? Or,
Is everybody gonna see, who's gonna leave before 4:40? Well, I know
All of
Monty's
them.
gonna go to sleep. What, all of them, who's gonna be the audience? No, you
yes,
guys aren't.
but you were.
Oh, come on. You
5
can't-
people
give
will
these-
come.
come on, everybody.
They
Give
can
them free,
stay if they
man.
want.
You can't
So-
stay for go.
There's a question.
The question
You
is
got one.
for Willem.
Stay wants to stay. You could stay. You don't have to pay for an extra, do they? Yeah, well, those hotel rooms are expensive, guys. You know. How much did you buy the tickets for tonight? €6. Man, you're a hard four. 4, all right. And what? The midnight show is what? 5? No.